moms never teaching you Tagalog, and then just a whole other issues that you might come across, like gender and sexuality and all that stuff. So here we go. This is the first time I'm like actually performing it. Like, well, it's full potential. So. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Isa. Jose Rizal once said that one only dies once, and if one does not die well, a good opportunity is lost and will never present itself again. Dalawa. With these two hands I create, I communicate, isang bagsak, I clap, I cuss, I fuck, I conduct symphonies for ex-lovers. With these two hands I taste. Kain na, let's eat kamayan with our hands. We will be connected with our homeland and swallow our culture served on banana leaves. Tatlo. Geographically, the Philippines is divided into three groups of islands: Mindanao, Visayas, Luzon. From Mount Apo of Mindanao to the rice terraces built by the Ifugao, call it an eighth wonder, but I wonder why people in the Philippines can't even afford to eat the rice that they harvest, the rice that we consume. Biggest export, not pineapples, but people. Call it dirty politics if you will, because everyone we know is just trying to chase that dollar bill, controlled by oil, we all just trying to get our fill. Mass immigration of a nation searching for more, fleeing to foreign shores to pursue a dream that most people spend their whole life fighting for. Apa. At age 4, I fell in love for the first time with the initials OPM. No, not Oscar Mariano, who used to pull my hair during our swimming lessons at the YMCA. OPM stands for Original Filipino Music. Let me tell you about new minstrels, One Voice, Regine Velasquez, South Border, Martin Rivera, and most importantly, and I say this with confidence, most importantly, Lea Salonga. Yeah. Lea Salonga, baby girl, if you're listening, how is it that you know every corner of my heart? You know how to pump every artery up in my chest, or verbal surgeries of the heart and the heartbreaks that you had were mine as well. Did we share the same diary? Bakit labis kitang mahal? Why do I love you so? Nandito ako, don't you know that you're my heroine? Inject you in idol and addiction. You taught me how to sing, and although your big break was playing a Vietnamese prostitute then, you and you alone made it. The first Asian to play a typically white female lead in Les Miserables. I still get giddy every time I hear your angelic voice as Jasmine and Mulan, but what can I say? To accurately and honestly describe how you perfect perfection in every way, and to every Lea Salonga out there just trying to get paid, just remember your roots and the fact that you unknowingly portray Pinay every day. Lima. The number of Filipino-American celebrities I can name off the top of my head: Rob Schneider, Joe Coy, Rachel Bilson, Vanessa Hudgens, Bruno Mars. I bet you didn't know that some of them were Filipino. I guess that's something you don't publicize, because being a person of color in mainstream America is probably irrelevant. Or is it something that should be relevant? I don't need to rant, but I just wanted to vent because I'm tired of watching TV and seeing no one who could or even wants to represent me. Anin. I have loved exactly 6 times in my life. Man and woman, you can call me a queer. I embrace that label with conviction. I'm sorry if I don't fit your fuck yeah Filipina girl Tumblr tag or description, but don't tell me that I'm going through some lesbian until graduation phase, because the truth is you're just phased with the fact that I might or might not love you back. Return of the Mac, and I can assure you that this woman can Mac. Don't mistake my words for flattery, because they're not. Stop assuming that I'm hitting on you, because baby, you ain't that hot. But I can see why you're afraid of a woman like me, who isn't afraid to fall for someone beyond their gender and love them physically and mentally, who isn't afraid to love people beyond their gender and appreciate beauty equally. I understand why you feel threatened, because love in America is almost always portrayed in one direction, straight. But the next time you decide to judge, stereotype, or discriminate, remember, don't hate the player, but accept and respect the diversity of the game. Pito. I was 7 when my parents forced Roman Catholicism down my throat. I choked on the Holy Communion. The body of Christ consumed me, but I never felt so alone in something or someone who was supposed to be omnipresent. It's not enough for me to say that something is God's gift or heaven sent, because I've been walking down this path, and I don't think that his church, her your church wants someone like me. Understand me. I want to find comfort in God, and I envy those who do, but I refuse to believe that selective suffering is part of the prophecy. You can call me a lost lamb, but at least I'm roaming freely, wallow. There are 8 rays on the Philippine sun. 8 provinces who took part in a revolution and won June 12th or July 4th. The fight to end dependence is still undone. Case in point, Siam. The practice of Sabang Gabi lasts for 9 days. December 16th to Christmas Eve, have we become so lost in our colonizers' tradition? Because if you didn't know, it was the Spanish who raped our culture and religions, objectifying our women, inquisition with precision. They managed to convert a barbaric country into real civilians, but the last time I checked, the government was still killing innocent civilians. Sampo. Shit. My parents never taught me to count past 10. You see, back then, teaching Tagalog wasn't a part of their parental agenda. At least from my perspective, the art of being Filipino was ignored and neglected, slowly fading like pages of an open book, sitting under the sun, blazing, unprotected. You see, even at this school, they tell us that our people's history is not core, only elective. But you can fuck that cultural diversity bullshit. I refuse to feel inferior to your curriculum. My mind and my heart will stand strong, even as you attempt to change my world from here. So keep your pity credits. Don't sweat it, because I won't let it prevent me from showing you our potential like we did that motherfucking Magellan, call us felons, violent or not. We're taking back what is rightfully ours, tenfold times 11. So put your fists up high if you feel my vibe. Let the world know that people power is still alive. I said it once before, and I'll say it with more pride. Put your fists up high if you feel my vibe. Let USF know that people power is still alive, and it thrives in each of your beautiful minds. So don't compromise. Instead, decolonize your every thought, because your quest for knowledge is so worth it, and their ignorance is not. And just in case you forgot, Carlos Bulasan, America will always be in your heart. Real talk, my brothers and sisters, and everyone in between. We need to start exploring a part of ourselves that has been kept away for too long in the dark. I challenge everyone in this room to make your move, make your mark. We need to stop feeling sorry for ourselves, stop being afraid to use our voices and our heads, to rewrite his stories so we can tell our own stories, educate our own children, teach them things that those textbooks cannot. So all I ask of you is to leave the doubt that our colonizers brought about and learn to count past 10.